Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dissect corporate filings so you don't have to. Today we're diving into a Form 8K from Zoned Properties, and let me tell you, it's not exactly a real estate empire being built here. Think more like a fixer-upper, and maybe they here think more like a fixer-upper, and maybe they need to hire someone else to fix it. This is a current report which companies file to let investors know about big important events that have happened. It's like a corporate bat signal. This one is for an event that happened around March of 2025. The first item on the agenda is announcing the company's financial results for the year ending December of 2024. This is always a big deal because it shows how the company performed over the entire year, whether they made money, lost money, and where they might be heading. The second item involves an investor presentation that management will be giving. This presentation is important because it is how the company explains its performance and strategy to investors, trying to paint a positive picture and attract investment. The company included a press release and the investor presentation as exhibits. These are part of the filing so we can take a closer look at the claims. Let's dig into these exhibits to see what's really going on. Now, I'm going to take a look at the financial press release to get an understanding of what happened with the company's finances. All time to put on our Warren Buffett hats and get to work. Unfortunately, there are no hard numbers in this filing. It is just a link to an investor presentation. That's fine though, because companies usually put the best spin forward when they only show slides with no context. So it gives us something to chew on based on that investor presentation. We can infer some information about the company. Now let's move on to the investor presentation. In the investor presentation, the company is trying to sell itself to investors. So what's the story? Well, the presentation mentions things like focusing on the cannabis industry. They want to be the go-to real estate partner for cannabis businesses. That is all well and good, but how is that going hard kept? Now that we have decoded this 8K filing, let's zoom out and talk about what all of this means. So what are my thoughts about Zoned Properties? Well, the focus on the cannabis industry could be a strength if that industry continues to grow. But it also means they are very dependent on one sector, which can be risky. If laws change or the cannabis market slows down, they could be in trouble. Also, without actual numbers in this filing, it is hard to say much. Overall, it is difficult to give an opinion without some hard numbers. However, the focus on a niche industry like cannabis could be risky. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a like, drop a comment, and definitely subscribe for more corporate deep dives.